and ಕತ್ತೆ
ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನ್ಸ್ ಐತೆ
ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ತೇನೆ.
Denzel, I hope I'm clearly audible.
Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all for the second day of FDP on stress management and education sector. Today's topic is creating a healthy work-life balance for teachers with practical tips and techniques. I now request Mrs. Sushmita, HOD of BCA department, to welcome the resource person and all the participants.
Good afternoon, all. It gives an immense pleasure. It gives an immense pleasure to start this occasion by heartily welcoming everybody. I heartily welcome our resource person, Professor Louis Manoj, who served two and a half decades of service and presently serving as an assistant professor at Dr. P. Dayananda Pai College, Government Postgraduate College, Pastry, Mangalore. He also presented papers at international and national level conference and won the best paper and presented award 10 times. Published 10 books for BCom and BBA students of different university of Karnataka. Trained teachers of 18 districts of Karnataka on different topics. General Secretary of Federation and Teacher Council of Commerce and Management in Karnataka and Mukta, trainer at Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Southern Region of Mangalore, Thrissur, Calicut and Kannur branch. ICAI exam paper value for direct tax and principles and practice of accounting. Professional compare of corporate event. I also welcome our principal, Reverend Father Michael Santmayer, and our IQAC coordinator, Mrs. Chetana Kumari, and also our assistant IQAC coordinator, Denzel Dicosta sir, our HOD of BHS department. I heartily welcome you all the participants of this webinar. Thank you.
Welcome to you, madam. Now I hand over the session to our resource person, Professor Manoj Lewis. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Denzel. Very good afternoon to Father Michael Santamayan, the principal of Milagres College, Mr. Denzel DeCosta, the head of the Department of Hospitality Science, Madam Chetana Kumari, IQAC coordinator, all the teachers at Milagres College, and dear teacher participants. Okay, the first thing that I expect out of the next 50-55 minutes, and that would be a kind of interaction, because as we say, an effective teacher is one who can effectively communicate with his or her students and get the best out of them every time. So first thing that I want is, I can see that there are 100 of them in the call right now, and I want everyone to switch on your video. I'm waiting. Wonderful. I can see only a few of them, because the topic is management of stress. So first thing, I need to create stress, then we'll speak about its management. So can I say that there are only few of them with me? Not all of them? I think Denzel, as an organizer, you can request everyone to switch on your video just for 30 seconds.
I request all the participants kindly switch on the videos. It is just for a minute. I request all the participants kindly switch on your videos.
I hope the objective of keeping the video off is not to just save the data alone. Okay, I think we have only 6 of them. 6, 7 of them who have switched on their video. So that means to say I'm talking to only the 6 or 7 people, not to the other 96, excluding the organizers. Okay, good. So quite a few have switched on. Let me just check how many. Okay, fine. Let me begin with my session. As Mr. Denzel mentioned, work-life balance for teachers and also some practical tips. Let me put forward very clearly, I'm not here to share some magic pill. I'm here just to share my little experience, obviously as a teacher and as a person as well. You know what I have seen. And there are some funny incidents that I would like to share. And maybe out of those incidents, you can take a lot of learning. You know, such incidents have stayed with me definitely means, you know, I have learned as well. Denzel, you can unpin me. Presentation would be better. I will keep my video and I've joined through my phone as well, so absolutely no problem. Okay, usually when such presentation is made, you know, people think that, you know, you are not visible to me. You all are very much visible to me because I've joined through my phone as well, apart from my laptop. And I'm listening to you, you know, I can read your messages also so that I can connect with you all very well. Let the stress begin. So now some basic things as mentioned by the organizer, the title of the presentation, Creating a Healthy Work-Life Balance for Teachers with some practical tips. Now I want you to focus on the next part of this content and tell me what unusual thing that you see over here. I'm waiting for your reply. What is the unusual thing that you see? You can either unmute and tell me, or you can message in the chat box. Absolutely no problem. What is the most unusual thing you feel in this part? Okay, let the stress begin, says Dr. Florin. All right. I want you to look a little carefully. Obviously, I'm not promoting. I don't want promotion. But still, there's something very specifically.
Your name.
What happened to my name? Usually what we see is name is written in a bigger font, right? Do you agree? Name is written in a bigger font. All the other parts, the designation, everything comes in a smaller font. I thought I will change the other way around. Because since most of them know me, I don't think I need to highlight my name. I could have used a different color as well. So which we normally do. Okay, now. As the presenter sets his presentation, quickly people look at it that there are how many slides. Let me tell you, I have only 3 slides. So though I say let the stress begin, only 3 slides. This is going to be my second slide. And let's begin with this. And the overall presentation will be on this slide itself. I want you to, yeah. Yes, so the first question that I would like to begin is, who are you? Anyone? Feel free to answer, or you can use the chat box as well. If you feel that your voice should not be heard by anyone, you can use the chat box. Who are you is my question. Okay, a person, then someone, Snehal has mentioned name, then, okay. So who are you is just your name is what you feel. Okay, let me give you a hint. There's a picture that I want you to see. Are you this person or this person? Come on. Now we'll have to answer either one or two. Are you the first person that I showed or this second person which you see on your screen right now? Okay, Mr. Amar says, wish I was the second. Good. Okay, second person says no. Then I think, Snehal, this is not the place for you. This is not the topic that you need to focus on then. Come on, I'm waiting for some other reply. Okay, Madam Soumya says 1. Pallavi says 1. Okay. Balanced. Miss Vidal, I have only 2 options. You said balanced means 1.5. I don't have 3 pictures.
Depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation is what you say. Okay. Can you elaborate a little? I just want you to elaborate a little. So since you have seen both the pictures.
Sometimes we feel relaxed. Sometimes we feel like more stressed. Depends upon the situation.
Okay. Can you tell me 1 or 2 situations where you feel you are stressed?
More work burden due to the more hours of workload. Sometimes when we are we are not quite enough energy to teach to
Okay.
and do the classes. We feel little stressed.
Okay. That means, can I say that you are given a timetable on a daily basis in the morning? Madam, we are having an interaction. Are you very clear with the timetable or does your timetable change on a daily basis? Okay. Madam is not replying. Let's continue. Now I'm asking you a separate question. What kind of a person are you? Tell me. This is very, very important. What kind of a person are you? If you want some tips, I can share this as well in the form of a picture. Are you this kind of a person or this kind of a person? Once again, I say first one or second one. What kind of a person you are? Okay. There's a mixed reaction. Second one, first, quite a few. Okay, very nice. No, I appreciate more than the answer. I appreciate people are answering. Okay, I'm watching all the messages. Okay, there is 1, 2 everywhere. Rakshita says 2. Okay, Himani is saying 2. Savita is saying 2. Wonderful. No, if that is the case, then I don't think this session is very much required. Can anyone tell me what is the major reason for your stress? It cannot be just teaching. Don't worry, I will list out all the reasons for our stress, and also I will list out what are the tips that I can give you at my personal level. And if you do practice that, I think life will change for better. That assurance I give you. Come on, I want to know from you, which is the major thing? You know that there's a lot of stress. Can we just go to the root cause and tell what exactly is the stressing factor you feel? So please don't feel bad that I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just reading out all the messages as well from the chat box. Okay. Life struggles, taking heavy burden at a time, extra work, problems, additional clerical works, targets and deadlines, meeting deadlines, responsibilities, so many roles, unplanned schedule. Okay. Mr. Arun mentioned unplanned schedule. So I'm a little confused. I want to ask Mr. Arun, why do you say that is unplanned? That's why I'm asking you all, is timetable given on a day basis or you know the timetable very well in advance what's coming tomorrow? Okay, you feel unhappy is one Shiva has mentioned. There are a lot of constraints. Vinola says responsibility. Okay, those around us is responsible, says Mr. Amar Chirian. Multitasking, lack of preparation. Okay, fine, very nice. Different people are giving different opinion. Come on. What is the reason you feel that you are stressed? Risk factor. Manasa says risk factor. Balancing family and work, says Madam Nitisha. Okay, fine. So balancing work and life, it depends upon our facing. See, every time I say something, you say it depends on the situation, but you need to be very specific. That's what I want. Unexpected challenges. I don't think that's a stress factor. That's actually for you to prove yourself. What kind of a person you are. That's why I asked that question. What kind of a person are you? Are you the one who loves easygoing? See, one thing is very clear, a beautiful saying. A straight road doesn't make a qualified driver. If roads are perfectly straight and it is simply, keep the foot on the accelerator, less vehicles on road, then definitely that doesn't make you an expert driver. As we say, ship looks wonderful when it is at the shore, but it is not meant for where it is not meant that this is not the place where ships should be. So a person without challenges, I think life would be very boring. That is what I can tell you. See, when Denzel asked me, sir, if you could, take up a session, yeah, I was more than happy to take up a session because it's been after a very long time. I have done a lot of sessions online for teachers, development. Also, there's a program which I'm going to do online on, filing of income tax returns live on Zoom for my college students live in the auditorium and for the general public. Those who want, you can join. But then it's a challenge for me. It's a new thing, and I believe you should celebrate that moment. That is what I feel. Okay, there is a reply that I would like to read. I'll take a little time, just 1 second. Additional clerical work of college not stress as much, but it will not allow to focus on preparations for classes, which actually creates stress since clerical work takes time post college working hours. Okay, that is what Madam Archana says. Good. So you're speaking out your heart. That is what I can say. See, as a teacher, I can tell you, I am into my 26th year of teaching. And I've seen the role of a teacher changing. We were exclusively teachers when we began with, maybe in 1999 when I started, exclusive teaching only. But then once this concept of NAC came in, that is somewhere in 2005 when I was teaching in Aloysius. 2006 was our first NAC. And once that happened, the documentation part was, here to stay. And we have, what I should say, adjusted ourselves to that particular situation. And one thing that I can tell you is, I am a good teacher, but I was not very good at documentation. But today, I teach at the same time I document whatever I do, because my college should take the benefit of whatever good work that I do inside or outside the college. Everything has to be documented. You take up one extra class, you need to document it. You take up a, tutorial class, you need to document it. Because at the end of the day, what the NAC is asking you is proof, whether you have done or not. Remember this. Obviously, there are loopholes also in the NAC system. I don't disagree with that. Everything is not to be done for NAC. That also I agree with that. But when you have done it, why not document it is my question. So there are some people who document very well in spite of not doing anything. This is in lighter vein that I'm saying, but there are people. So if you do and document it, what's wrong in that is the question. Because your college should benefit ultimately. You should benefit as an individual. See, one thing that I always feel is the more opportunities that you get, I think it is for you to, present yourself well. Take that as what I should say, something that is going to benefit you, and don't take it as something that is going to be an extra work or kind of a burden on you. Absolutely not. I don't say that you need to take challenges, but I would say that you should not reject when such an unexpected challenge, is put forward to you. That is very, very important. So it's for all of us, it's time to look into the mirror. Answering these two questions, who are you and what kind of a person are you? You belong to a certain type. The question is, can you change? I can assure you, you can change. You can change for better. Because I have had many colleagues. Let me tell you this fact. I have had colleagues who felt that he was little incapable of handling a particular class. And he says, suddenly, I have some health issues. Can you take up my class? I have seen that situation also. Remember this. So you never know what's coming in for you. If someone believes that you have the capacity, that means they appreciate you. If someone is giving you an extra work, say management or whoever you call, whatever name you call, they believe that you can do it much better. That's why the work comes to you. And always there is a concept, or people continuously say, kelsa maduvarige jasti kelsa kododu. Correct? That is very common. Because people believe that you do it better. There is no one else as better as you. That is the point. But the only thing is, can we share that work? That is very, very important. Remember this. There are few people who would like to do it all by themselves. There are a few people who would get 2-3 other people, get into that, make a team and do the work. And everyone celebrates at the end of the work. So that's why I said, who are you and what kind of a person are you are two very, very important questions that you answer. This concept of stress will remain, but it will not be a burden on you. If you answer, if you get the answers to these two questions right. Now let's look at a few reasons for stress. I have to share an incident right now, and obviously I'll point out few points and you can have your say as well. See, in 2009, I was recruited in government service. And every day I used to travel from Jyoti. I believe majority are from Mangalore. And the names that I give you, is the place names should be clear to you. Is there anyone who is not familiar with the names in Mangalore, if I have to share? Anyone? Because this is the incident that I have been with, so I would like to share. So definitely names of the places comes here. Anyone? Okay. Anyone who cannot connect with names in and around Mangalore? So maybe I can do that quickly. You can imagine as point A to B. There are two clear-cut incidents that I'd like to share. So this is about, early morning 7:15. I would be at Jyoti bus stop and I had to travel 25 kilometers till BC Road bus stand, and thereafter 2 kilometers to my college, maybe by auto, sometimes by walk as well. And every day morning would be an exciting thing for me. I would park my two-wheeler the other side of the road, cross the road, read newspaper. And I would always, I always enjoyed watching one person. With nearly 3, 4, 5, 6 months at the bus stop, I could make out very clearly that this person is a banker. And this person had to travel from Mangalore to Puttur. Okay, that was his destination. Because he would always, board a Puttur going bus. But the interesting thing about this person was, as soon as one bus, reaches the stop, he would allow all the people to get inside. Obviously, they would take the seat early morning, so not much rush. This fellow would have his one leg on the footboard. He would hold with both his hands the grip where, you can hold on to into the bus, and he would look behind. Always he would look behind. So, I would also look behind what's coming next. And this would happen every day. And I used to tell myself, if this person is a banker, and if he starts his day with so much of fidgetiveness, or very unclear as to what he wants to do during the year, and not very clear as to what he wants at the beginning of the day, how is he going to spend his day? What is going to be the quality of his day today? And once or twice I've seen this fellow in a bus slowly starts moving. He jumps out of that bus and he would catch another bus, possibly with less stops. Express bus, you can say. And I can tell you early in the morning, whether a shuttle bus or an express bus, the gap reaching point would hardly be 5 or 8 minutes. Take 10 minutes. 10 minutes may not make much of a difference because both the buses would reach at, Puttur by 8:45, 9. And his office may start at 9:15, 9:30. But this indecisiveness early in the morning may not help him enjoy his day. So very important thing that I learned is early in the morning, you need to be very cool, very calm, and you need to be very, very decisive. I'm going to take you through another example. I will stop with this, as far as this particular incident is concerned. One of the major reasons for stress is financial issues. If anyone disagrees, you can put a message in the chat box. The second reason that I would say for stress is family issues. Maybe married, you're not having children, or late marriage. Thousands of issues we have when it comes to family. Relationship issues, compatibility issues. You can go on. The list is very, very long. So anytime you disagree with any of the points that you say, we can talk to each other. No work-life balance. People are really not very clear where their work ends and where their personal life starts. One major reason, someone had also mentioned, managing work-life is a challenge. That is what person had written. Then we talk about something called techno stress. You have a 64 GB data storage in your phone, or a 128 GB in case of an Apple phone, iPhone. But still we run out of storage facility. And what do? We want to delete some data, especially videos or pictures. And we are very much worried what to delete. Remember, you had simply clicked, you saw that particular picture, and it's been nearly 8-9 months. You have not gone back to the picture again. In lighter vein, if you have to say, the day you got married and your marriage album came after a week or after 2 weeks, you saw it once, and for the next 10-15 years, you haven't seen the album at all. I hope all the married people would agree with what I'm saying. But then now we are worried which photo to delete, which video to delete, so that I can create space on my phone to get more pictures or more videos or documents, we can say. Techno stress is killing a lot of people. Remember this. We believe that we are using our time efficiently, but more so people are wasting their time. Am I telling you that you should not be on social media? The answer to this question is no. I'm not saying that at all. I am on WhatsApp. I am on Twitter. And I enjoy being there. I connect with a lot of people. But then very, very important, you need to understand the limits. Okay, let's watch a beautiful video. I have a video for you. This video was done by Vivo company in the year 2020. It's a beautiful video. I hope it will be audible. Mr. Denzel, you can tell me whether it's audible to you and to others. No, it's playing now.
He's right there, bro. Come on. Yes, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'll just review it and call you back. Huh?
Mama, please. Yeah. थोड़ा सा लो।
आज खाने में किसी चीज में नमक ही नहीं है।
Actually. आज नमक मिसिंग है। तो सबने नोटिस किया? और इतने दिनों से कुछ और जो मिसिंग है, वो तो किसी ने नोटिस ही नहीं किया। क्या दादी? तुम सब?
अरे मम्मी, इतने दिनों से तो हम लोग सारे घर पर हैं, साथ साथ।
साथ साथ नहीं, सब अपने अपने फोन के साथ हो। Salt. Thank you, phone.
Nice one, Daddy.
दादी हूँ तेरी।
You know, a beautiful video. After this incident, you might have seen that family comes together, maybe for Deepavali, maybe for Christmas, and you might have seen this funny picture where a basket is kept at the entrance. Everyone is supposed to keep their phones there. People feel that 10-15 people, family members come together and sit, but they don't look at each other's faces because all are looking down on their phone. And remember, techno stress is going to kill the younger generation. I have a phone which costs around 14,000 rupees, which I bought around 6 years back. It's doing pretty well. But when I ask my son, who is in first year degree right now, he wants an iPhone. So I keep telling him, the point is very simple. I am earning. Whether I afford or don't afford, I don't want it. But you are not earning and you want it. So when you earn, you can find value to what you're earning and then decide whether to buy or not to buy. One of the major reasons that I can say, I have limited stress. I don't take much stress at all because I am financially independent. My financial planning is done since the last 15 years, and I've taken that very seriously. So when it comes to money, there's absolutely no problem at all. That's why we say, here I would like to quote Warren Buffett. He says, if you rely on a single source of income, you are very closer to poverty. And this is what happened during COVID time. Because people had not invested, they did not have that overhead tank. When city corporation would announce that there is, your taps are going to run dry for the next 2 to 3 days, people had no money at all. 50% salary was given, 75% was given. Many did not get their salary at all. So definitely we were very closer to poverty. But if you had invested prior to COVID, the COVID crisis would have helped you tide over your financial things, and you could have relived your life very, very peacefully once again. So let me tell you one thing very clearly. When you plan for your life and financial plan is in place, majority of the issues will be sorted out at the earliest. Let me tell you that. I'm talking to all young people. See, when I started teaching in 1999, my salary was just 3,000. I got married when my salary was 10,000 rupees. Remember this. It's not like, the kind of salary that some, teachers may enjoy right now, where the management teachers don't enjoy. I totally agree with that. But it is for the decision that they took to become a teacher. They are reaping the benefits now. You get yourself qualified, become an aided teacher. Maybe another 10 to 12 years down the line, you have your financial planning with limited things. Let me tell you, you don't have to earn a lakh of rupees to do financial planning. Just 20% of your income you plan for investing. Look at it after 15, 20 years, you will feel very satisfied. And one of the major reasons for stress, financial issues, will disappear. Next, I'm coming to the next incident. Anyone has anything to say, feel free. If anyone wants to, refute what I say, you can either put it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and tell me. Feel free. Quickly. I'm waiting. That's why I said I want an interactive session. I don't want a session where just I speak. No messages? Okay, can I proceed then? Okay. All right. Done. Okay. So I'm not looking at the chat box now. Let's move ahead. Now, though, for those who don't know these places in Mangalore and outskirts of Mangalore, let me tell you that BC Road is a place which is around 25 kilometers from Mangalore. Okay. So I want you all to be with me in this particular example. BC Road to Mangalore, if you have to travel in an express bus means buses that stops at limited, with limited stops are express buses. You will take 30 minutes to reach from BC Road to Mangalore. Express bus will take you, say if you're traveling from BC Road to Mangalore, it will take you 30 minutes. But if you take a shuttle bus that stops, there are many stops for that bus, it will take you around 38 minutes. Let's keep it very clear. So if you're taking an express bus from BC Road to Mangalore, it will help you reach in how many minutes? 30 minutes. If you take a shuttle bus, you will reach in 38 minutes. Okay, are we ready? Are you with me? Can I see some yeses in the chat box? Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead. No, I think you can stop with your yeses now. Let's continue. You have 1 hour now. You are at BC Road bus stop. You have 1 hour now. You are at BC Road bus stop. 15 minutes gone. Not even a single bus. Suddenly, one shuttle bus comes and stops near the bus stop. How many will get into the bus? So you can put a message starting now that I will. Those who don't put a message, I assume that you all are waiting for the express bus. So 15 minutes gone, you have 45 minutes remaining. So I've already got around 3 of them saying, Nadia, I've said I will. Okay. Keep it coming. I'm looking at all your messages. Don't worry. Okay. Suprita says I will. Malvika madam says I will. Seema madam says I will. Good. Next. Okay. Dr. Carolina says no, she will wait. Okay. We have one who is waiting for the express bus. Okay. Vijeta madam says I will. Rakshita says I will. Okay. Dinesh Tota says no, he won't. Okay. Tarangini madam says I won't. Okay. Vilma says I will. Okay. Fine. That's okay. Good reply. Now the shuttle bus had come. You all have got into the bus and you're seated comfortably. Enough and more seats for you. You all are now traveling to Mangalore. 10 minutes into the journey. This is for those who are in shuttle bus. 10 minutes into the journey, an express bus passes by. Your bus. How do you feel? This is a question to those who are in shuttle bus. Express bus passes by. How are you feeling? I want you to reply. How are you feeling? Then I'll take the story forward. Okay, Suprita madam says very sad. I would have waited. Oh, she feel bit sad. Good. Next. I will enjoy the ride, says Mr. Amar. Sushmita madam says regret. Aparna madam says I could have waited. Okay, it's okay, says Ashita madam. I'm using your thoughts as well. I will enjoy the ride, says Madam Karthika. Better to wait for some time is what Mr. Sandeep sir is saying. If I'm seated, I will enjoy. Not bad, got the seat. Obviously, these are people who travel in bus, I think, daily. Those who don't get the, who are not fortunate enough to get seat on a regular basis. Okay. I could have waited, but thank God that I got a seat. Okay. Let's continue. Further. Another 10 minutes into the journey in the shuttle bus, you see that the express bus which went ahead is waiting for us because they now have a mechanical problem. So the passengers of the express bus are waiting for us. Now, how are you feeling? Those who are in shuttle bus. Okay, Madam Shushmita, I need to take your previous reply, I believe. Right choice, says Mr. Amar. Happy, great. Okay, Madam Manasa says happy. Okay. I've got a great is what Madam Soumya is saying. Now I'm asking to those who are in shuttle bus, 10 minutes earlier you were cursing yourself. 10 minutes hence you are saying happy, great, my decision was right and all those things. What changed? I want you all to unmute and tell me what changed. You are in that same shuttle bus. What changed? Come on. What changed? Yeah. Extra ride. Destination is just one. Yes, someone is unmuted, so I want you all to talk.
Yeah, I had earlier told that I will enjoy the ride. So
Okay.
it continues the going ahead with the right choice and enjoying the ride.
Okay. All right, good. But all did not say. Many said, I could easily remember that Madam Sushmita said, terribly wrong, or I'm very sad. Now she said she is happy. I'm asking to such people, there are so many numbers who get irritated with the silliest of the reason. What changed? Are you a Superman or a Superwoman to jump from shuttle bus to express bus as it is moving ahead? You cannot do that. Just sit and enjoy. That is what you said right now. I'm very happy that you said that. A good book to read in the bus would be a wonderful experience in the shuttle bus as well. You get that extra 5 or 10 minutes to cover another 1 or 2 pages of that book as well, which you are reading. But then the question is, what changed? Nothing changed. What changed was our thought process, our attitude towards life, our thinking changed. So I should tell you, the concept of stress is all in your thought process. If you can change it to positive, I won't say that you'll be stress-free, but you won't feel the burden of the stress. That is what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why I said in the beginning, I'm not here to give a magic pill. I'm just here to share my experiences. Things that should not irritate us, irritates us. Remember this. When smaller things that should not impact us is having a major impact on our life and our thought process, then we will be very stressful in our life. We need to ask a question. If not this, do I have any other option? If you have option, then that is not a matter to worry. You need to prioritize things that we need to worry about and things that we need not. That's why here I can bring in the concept, Stephen Covey's beautiful concept, the circle of concern and circle of influence. If it comes in your circle of influence, then obviously you can bring about the change. But when it is a circle of concern and you cannot do much about it, then you don't have to worry about it because it's not within your control. When it's not within your control, why you should be worried is the question. If it's within your control, you can change it. So that's why the concept of circle of concern and circle of influence becomes very, very important here. So remember this, nothing has changed. What has changed is our thought process only. So you need to be very, very clear what should be my attitude at that point of time. Please understand that. So now I want you to have a say. Have I missed out on any of the reasons for your stress? If you believe that I missed out, I want you to unmute and tell me or quickly put it in the chat box. So ultimately, I want to tell you, we don't need a world to create stress. We are good enough for ourselves. We don't need external forces. Our internal forces, our negative thoughts are good enough to create a lot of stress in our life. Okay. Have I missed out on any of the point? Reasons for stress. You can tell me quickly so that we can go to the next part, or rather the last part, I would say. I'm waiting. So once again, if I'm looking that side, I'm looking at the messages. So please don't feel bad. Come on. Have I covered all? Okay, then I think we will move ahead then. How to overcome it? Can anyone give me some tips? Your method of overcoming. My method, I'll put it across in 3-4 points. Come on. That's why I said I want you all to talk. Going on a vacation is one of the, okay? All right. Okay, one second. Going on a vacation, says Dr. Carolina Jennifer. Okay, Manasa says counseling. Madam Amar sir says 1 day at a time. Talk to a therapist, mindfulness. Miss Fidel, I don't think you need to go to that extent. When our people surround us, they try to create stressful situations. What should we do? I will answer that, madam. I will answer that. Meeting friends, okay, is one way to overcome stress. Good, Madam Mamta. Don't keep things for the last minute. Perfectly said, Madam Malvika. Very good. I can share a funny, practice that I do right now. Earlier, when I used to give assignment to students, I used to give them 15 days. But now I've cut down to only 6 days max. Because I tell students, even when I give assignment for 15 days, majority of them start doing on the 14th night or 15th morning sometimes. So it's better I reduce the time. I give you only 5 days, 6 days. So 5th day night you can work and 6th day you present. Simple as that. Why waste each other's time? So because many of the students especially keep things for last minute. Nothing can be done. Relaxation techniques, exercise and talking about the issues will help. Very good, Aparna madam. Very nice. You need to have someone where you can share your stresses. Definitely agree with that. Then meditation. Okay, wonderful. Is one of the ways that Manasa madam would enjoy, or rather help her overcome stress. Okay, I will put it across my thoughts. I have kept it very simple. As I said, 4 points. The first one I would say is introspection. Looking within. Talk to yourself for 5 to 7 minutes each day. Ask yourself your expectations for the day. What are the tasks at hand and how I need to start, where I need to start. This is very, very important. We have thousands of friends on Facebook, but not a single friend will show their faces when you are in really need of them. I'm talking about those social media friends. In Instagram, everywhere. See, Insta. You put that 30 seconds ka video, it is called a reel. It is not real. We need to understand this, especially younger generation. Spending time with the most beautiful person on this planet is very, very important, and that's you. Talk to yourself. Introspect. When you make yourself your good friend, you don't need to watch a movie to entertain yourself. You are your best friend. Sometimes a good friend may add calories to you. May tell you, let's go to pubbas, let's enjoy ice cream. That will add calories, but not in case of maybe when you make yourself as your very good friend. So introspect. 5 to 7 minutes talking to yourself will definitely help you overcome stress. Pursue your passion. Things that you don't enjoy, don't get into it. Things that you enjoy, you will give double the energy and you can finish your task at the earliest. But we need to identify what are our passions. People are so confused. Everything looks very, very attractive, saying, I can do this, I can do that. But the question is, would you enjoy doing it? Ask this question. So pursue your passion. Third, very, very important, I would say, for teachers is being organized. See, I was in Aloysius, and I can give you an example. I was in Aloysius College. In a class, we had around 90 students. And every month, or you can say every second month, we had 400 papers to value for internal exam. And there are quite a few students of mine who are here in this, webinar right here. I would tell them as soon as the exam gets over, come to the staff room, I'll give you your paper. Correct it and give it to you instantly. Don't take the papers home where you're not going to look into it at all because you have a life to live. So it's very, very important that what you can do at your workplace, try to finish maximum part of it then and there today. remaining finish it tomorrow. Because if you don't do it, another 400 are coming very soon. And I can tell you this, I got 400, then I joined government service where I used to get total number of papers, maybe say 120 to value. So automatically that complacency came into being. Now again, I'm back to a college where I've got hundreds of students in my class. We just finished first internal examination. I valued every day I got one paper, every day I finished that bundle of 80, 90 or 100 and gave it to the students the very next day. Being organized is a very, very important thing for every teacher. Let me tell you this. Don't prolong your office work. Don't take it home. You get a little free time, just try to finish it as much as possible. And I can tell you, within 2 to 3 days, you'll be able to do your work completely. I have had colleagues who complete, first internal exam got over and they took nearly 2 weeks to finish. And they are very closer right now for the second internal examination. So whatever is the basic work that you're supposed to do it. And whether you're organized and all also depends on, how is your setting on your table when you sit in a staff room, or say, your office as well, whether it's very cluttered or whether things are kept in order. These are also very, very important. That is also a part of being organized. Next one that I'd like to say is enjoy your work. Don't take it as a burden. If someone gives you some extra work, feel happy thinking that you are capable. If you are not capable, work is not going to come to you. People are recognizing your, what I should say, talents, or maybe your capacity, that you will be able to do it much faster than others, who are around you in the office. So take it that way. Enjoy your work. Sometimes you will feel that you don't have time. You can, very clearly say, I may not be able to do it within time. I may need this much of time. If it is an extra work, remember this. Don't be a yes man for every person. Because we have a lot of yes men. I will do it, and they don't do it. And whatever work is done is not of quality as well. So enjoying what you're doing is another very important thing as to how you can overcome stress. I have a beautiful video. This video is of Gyan Vatsal Swamiji from Gujarat, and he is addressing all the chartered accountants. And remember, we can apply this particular thing in our life as well. A beautiful video, worth watching. It's a 3 minutes video. You can watch that.
Second day I'm talking to professionals at some of the other place. I've devised a theory that 8 plus 8 plus 8 is the system for balance sheet in life. Of the 24 hours that you have in your life every day, it should be well distributed into 8 plus 8 plus 8 system. आपको प्रवचन में और कोई बातें याद न रहे तो ये एक बात घर लेके जाना. 8 plus 8 plus 8. First 8 hours of the day, your honest, ethical hard work in your profession. First 8 hours of the day is your honest, ethical hard work in your profession. Second 8 hours is a good sleep or rest. Third 8 hours are very important. If you're not able to manage the third 8 hours of the day, you will lose your life. And if you can well manage the third 8 hours of the day, you can well win your life. The third 8 hours of the day, we teach, it is 3F, 3H, and 3S. 3F is family, friends, and faith. 3H is health, hygiene, and hobby. And 3S is your soul, service, and smile. This 9 departments should consume the third 8 hours of the day. Of course, in fragments. If you can well distribute your day into 8 plus 8 plus 8 system, it is a good balance sheet of life. A good balance sheet of day, and thus your life. Again, I repeat, the third 8 hours are 3F, 3H, and 3S. 3F is family, friends, and faith. 3H is health, hygiene, hobby. 3S is soul, service, and smile. Into these 9 departments, you distribute your 38 hours of time, and it is a balanced life, well lived. So you don't have complaints from any quarters of life, from any people in your life, because you have lived a balanced life. You have given even enough time apart from your profession to your family, to your friends, to your faith, to your health, to your hygiene, to your hobby, to your services, any NGO or any good cause of the society that you're involved with. So well distribution of time, well balance of time, that can give you a good balance sheet of life. वरना कंपनीज या प्रोफेशनल्स की जो आप बैलेंस शीट बनाते हो पैसे की, अपनी लाइफ की बनानी बहुत जरूरी है, अदरवाइज यू विल रिपेंट एट द एंड ऑफ योर लाइफ. मुगल सम्राट औरंगजेब बोले सारी जिंदगानी फिजूल गई. नेपोलियन बोनापार्ट बोले I haven't seen 6 happy days in my life. तो ये बारी आपकी न आए at the age of 70 or 80, इसके लिए ये बात और विचार है. I sometimes jokingly say that the amount of money that is in your bank account when you die is the extra work you did, you shouldn't have done. आपको जरूरत नहीं थी, क्योंकि आपके मरने के बाद वो पैसे कहां जाएंगे, कैसे जाएंगे, किस तरह से यूज होगा, वो आपको तो पता है नहीं. So now in America, Millionaires and Billionaires Club has started. The basic criteria for membership in this club is that you have to pledge and donate 80% of all your wealth. Only then you become a member of this club. और उसमें thousands of people हैं. Because the power of money is in giving, not accumulating. To understand these basics of spirituality gives you a balance sheet of life.
So rather, I would say a beautiful video. I think 3F, 3H, and 3S. 9 points. If you want, I can I can share this video with Mr. Denzel, and you can use it. Different people mentioned that you all have techniques as to how you can overcome stress. You need to find your own ways. But I think with these 4 points that I mentioned, spending time with yourself, pursuing what you enjoy doing, being organized in life, and enjoying your work will solve majority of your stress factors, that I would say, majority of the stress factors. And to go along with having a financial plan in place, that is very, very important. So as a parting point, I'm just telling you, don't live someone else's life. There was a question by a teacher, I don't remember her name, madam had put a question. What if people around you are not very positive? Madam, I can keep my hand on my heart and tell you, it's time to disconnect with them. Be in an environment where there is a lot of positivity. If you really want negativity, you don't have to do much. Just switch on your TV for 8 o'clock news, any national news channel. You will have enough, for problems in life. So if there is negativity around in your personal environment, it's time to shut all those negativities out. That is the simple answer that I can give you. I want everyone listening to me to live a life full of joy, energy, and excitement. And remember, journey of life is incomplete without you. So that's all I had to make in my presentation. If there are any questions, I'm open to queries. So thank you, open to queries. So if you would like to, I always say, connect to collaborate. You can connect with me either on WhatsApp or on Twitter, or you can send a mail to me if you believe that, we can share a lot of ideas. So feel free to do so. So I was on Facebook, now I'm not. I was never on Instagram. And my hobbies is I enjoy spending time on my phone. I think that is much better than gossiping about others. That is what I feel. That is my thought process. Obviously, when I've got a lot of work, I need to do it. I cannot just while away my time. So That is my favorite pastime. Very occasionally, TV, yes, but not too much into that. Yes. So if you have anything to share with me, feel free. I'll be more than happy to answer all your queries. Yes, just 1 second, I will stop presenting. Yes. So I'm open to queries. Messages in the chat box, direct questions, all are welcome. Dr. Carolina, you have written, but sir, I feel it will make others lazy. Can you tell me what specifically are you saying? I could not connect with what you wrote. Come on, any queries, feel free.
Participants, if there is any questions to ask, you can ask. Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead, madam.
You said that it's our mind and our thought process which tries to make us feel stressed. So if our thought process is in a positive way, then there is no need to get stressed. But sometimes there is a situation will arise, or the people who are surrounded to us, they might try to create a stressful situation to us. So that time, what we have to do?
No, I actually answered your question itself. See, for negativity, you just have to look around. That is what I told you. But if in your, what I should say, friend circle, if you're talking about, and if there is a negativity, I think you need to shut down the negativity. You need to move away from such people. That's what I told you. I did not remember that you had written that, but then, I happened to answer your question because you don't need negativity. You want positivity around. That is what is important. You speak positively. People will reply positively. But if you believe that there is someone who always is on a negative mode, I think you need to tell that person either to change his or her thought process, or you need to tell, please don't meet me next time. Simple as that. Because one negative person going out, as we, in what I said, I won't say in lighter vein, setting up a police station and setting up a school. What is the most positive thought? People congratulate. Now we have a commissionerate in Mangalore. But I would say if there was no police commissionerate, that would have been better because Mangalore, was peaceful if I look at it that way. So you cannot compare police station with schools as well. So opening up more schools will definitely make our children better rather than police station. But the question of police station is required, definitely it is required. So no doubt at all. So for negativity, there is enough and more around. But if in your personal, transactions dealings that you have with, if such people, and either change them to positive thoughts, or you can minus them from your circle of influence. That is what I told you. I hope I've answered your question, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. So just coming back to your previous response, you said that if there's someone negative, you just stay away from them. But then if the person is part of your team, or like if you're army, you're in the army and you're 10 soldiers and one person tells you can't fight.
No, I would rather, encourage you to avoid army example, because I believe all in the military personnel are positive. Should be positive. You can give another example, sir. That's okay. Maybe your colleagues?
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, so if you're part of a team and you're supposed to do something together. If we are building a wall and as we are building the wall, someone comes and removes the bottom bricks. So
Okay.
what do you do in such a situation?
I'm not taking your question metaphorically. As I said, building the you are building the wall and someone is taking out the foundation you're talking about.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, once again, I go back and say, when you have that aura of positivity around you, see, you may say one or two in a team of 10. In a team of 10. I think 8 people are a majority there who are very, very positive in their thought process. And since you mentioned the word team, I think a team leader always doesn't have a say, because a team leader, being democratic, would ask opinion among the team members. And when 8 of them stand for a particular, reason, then I think the other 2 or your team leader definitely have to fall in line with you. But if you say that all are negative and you are the only one positive, then I think no one can help in that case. You need to remain positive, that's all. Or else, that's why I ask a question to my students. Getting 1 lakh rupees salary is what you're looking at with, incompatible colleagues, or getting a 60,000 salary with wonderful colleagues. Which one would you go for? And let me tell you, sir, the reply that I get is 1 lakh salary is good enough. It does not matter how colleagues are. This is the modern generation. Because they don't realize that compatibility, working together as a team is a major. Obviously, they are college students. They give reply out of turn. Number looks very attractive than the kind of people with whom you work. But if we look at people, in 30s who are already working 5-6 years, what would you say? I have a good set of colleagues. I enjoy going to office. I enjoy going to college. I enjoy going to my department to work, because I love all of them. Everyone are very compatible. But if you have very, incompatible people who don't agree with you, always argue with you, then I don't think that environment would be good, or the salary that you get, you are going to enjoy that at the end of the day. That is because you may carry those negative thoughts from your workplace to your home as well. So if no one is positive at your place, only thing that I would suggest is you stay positive, sir. Yes, sir. Can you give some more good techniques to overcome stress? See, it's Madam. It was Madam Aparna. Yeah, Madam Aparna, you have to be very, very specific. Because when I say, because as I said, it all begins in our thought process. When you talk to yourself, when you are passionate in what you are doing, you enjoy your work, you have that financial plan in place, but then I want to know what else remains. That is the question. Something that is, killing you, maybe a certain issue specifically, you need to talk to that person. If Mr. X or Y or Miss X or Y is responsible for whatever it is. I think the best way to overcome stress, I would feel, is enjoy your company. Love yourself as you are. I don't think, no matter whether you are tall, stout, fair, dark, these are all, areas that we cannot influence. My height, I cannot influence. My weight, probably I can with a little bit of exercise. But then a lot of, skin color and all, we have absolutely no, it is not in the circle of influence at all. So things which are not within our control, we don't need to worry about it. Rather focus on what is within our control and what we can change for better. That is what I would say. You have, Aparna Madam, you might have taken down my number. Feel free to WhatsApp me. Definitely we have a lengthier discussion as well. I hope I have answered the questions. Anyone else? So if there are no questions, I would like to thank Father Michael Santamayer, Professor Denzel, and all the teachers at Milagros College for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Over to you, Denzel. Still, if there is any query to ask, feel free. Still feel free. I'm open.
Sir, there is one more question from one of my colleagues. The question goes like this: how to handle emotions at the workplace? How to handle emotions at the workplace? This is the question framed by her.
Now I have to think of situations which will, what I should say, will make you emotional. I won't tell you that please read Daniel Goleman's Emotional Intelligence, Emotional Quotient, and all those emotional intelligence. I'm not going to tell you to do that. See, very, very important thing is, if someone has brought about a change for, a little bit of negativity in your thought process because of someone's word, harsh words maybe, or maybe because of someone's action, then I think you need to shut them out. Because you know very clearly, some persons cannot be changed. Someone's thoughts, to some extent you can, but you cannot change that person at all. No matter what is said, you need to leave it there. And one of the best technique that I would say to control your emotions is, see, one thing that we say, when you control your emotions, you develop ulcers, we say, little health issues. You simply forget what that person has said. Obviously, if it's your boss, then, or if it's your, senior teacher in the department, obviously you will have to listen. Not that you don't have to, but otherwise you need to find your own ways of not showing emotions. There are some techniques which I say you will be laughing at. There was one very old movie of Salman Khan. The name of the movie was Love. And he is his character is that of a short-tempered person. He is shown by Revati. Revati was the heroine in that film, very old film. She shows that you need to count 1 to 10 and all other things. I used to call this a very foolish thing. You'd say, don't react. Don't react immediately. Take your time. Pause for a while. Introspect. I think keeping calm and being composed is very important, and not immediately reflecting, what the other person is saying or other person's actions. That is the only way I think you can control your emotions. Or else we can say, just move out of that place. Talk very loudly inside your mind. Clear the doubt. That's all. That is the only way that I can say you can do that. But it also depends on who is the person on the other side. I hope I have answered that, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If there is any more questions, I hope not. So now it's a time to thank you, sir, and the entire participants for being so active in this session. So we have Ms. Pramila here to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening all. On behalf of organizing team, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. A special thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Manoj Lewis, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us today. Your session was truly inspiring to us. My sincere thanks to our principal, Reverend Father Michael Santamayer, for always supporting and guiding us. I thank Ms. Chetana, IQS coordinator. I would like to thanks to all the participants. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Information.
So thank you, Denzel. Can I leave? Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.